the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm orange glow over the Graysons' house, the atmosphere inside became electric with excitement. Hannah was busy in the kitchen, whipping up a storm as she prepared dinner, while Grayson played with his big dog, Blue, in the living room. The sound of laughter and barks filled the air, creating a sense of joy and anticipation. Just then, the front door swung open, and Cody, Grayson's dad, walked in, giving everyone a big hug. "I'm home, and I'm starving," he exclaimed, his eyes twinkling with hunger. Granny, who was visiting for the night, looked up from her book and smiled at the commotion. She was sitting in her favorite armchair, looking cozy and comfortable, with a warm smile on her face. Meanwhile, Malachi, Brianna's son, was running around the house, laughing and playing with Grayson. The two boys were having the time of their lives, chasing each other around the furniture, and shrieking with delight. Brianna was chatting with Hannah in the kitchen, exchanging stories and gossip, while Papa, who loved the water, was regaling anyone who would listen with tales of his adventures. As Papa spoke, his eyes sparkled with excitement, and his voice was filled with a sense of wonder. "And then, I caught a fish as big as my arm," he exclaimed, making everyone laugh. Blue, the big dog, was wagging his tail and barking excitedly, as if he knew something special was about to happen. Hannah, who was busy at the stove, turned around and said, "Tonight, we're going to have a special dinner, and then we'll go on a magical adventure." The room fell silent, and all eyes turned to her. Grayson's eyes widened with excitement as he exclaimed, "Yay! Adventure! Let's go! Let's go!" The room erupted into a chorus of cheers and laughter, with everyone talking at once. "What kind of adventure?" Malachi asked, his eyes shining with curiosity. "Is it a treasure hunt?" Brianna asked, her voice filled with excitement. Granny just smiled and nodded, her eyes twinkling with knowledge. As the excitement built, Cody clapped his hands together and said, "Okay everyone, let's get dinner on the table, and then we'll get started on our magical adventure." The room fell silent once again, as everyone turned to the task at hand, but the air was still electric with anticipation. As the dinner plates were cleared and the evening sun dipped below the horizon, the whole family, including Granny, Papa, Brianna, Malachi, and Blue, set out into the night, walking towards a mysterious forest that loomed at the edge of their town. The air was filled with enchantment. As they approached the forest, the trees towered above them, casting long, spooky shadows on the ground. But despite the eerie atmosphere, everyone was feeling brave and excited. Cody took Grayson's hand, saying, "Don't worry, buddy, I've got you. We'll explore this forest together." Malachi, who was walking ahead, suddenly stopped and said, "Look, a path! It's glowing." The group gathered around him, and sure enough, a soft blue light emanated from the path, illuminating the way ahead. "Wow, this is amazing!" Brianna exclaimed, "I've never seen anything like it." Granny, who had been quiet until now, spoke up saying, "I think I know where this path might lead. Follow me." She took the lead, her eyes twinkling with a knowing glint. As they walked down the glowing path, the trees grew taller, and the air grew sweeter, filled with the scent of flowers. As they walked, the sound of rustling leaves and chirping crickets filled the air, and the group felt as though they were being transported to a different world. Blue, who had been walking quietly by Grayson's side, suddenly let out an excited bark, as if he sensed that they were getting close to something special. The group pressed on, their hearts filled with excitement and curiosity. What lay ahead, and where would the glowing path lead them? Only Granny seemed to know, and she was keeping her secrets to herself, for now. But one thing was certain, this was an adventure they would never forget. As the glowing path came to an end, the group found themselves standing in front of a beautiful, secret garden. The garden was filled with the most vibrant flowers Grayson had ever seen, and towering trees that seemed to stretch up to the stars. The air was filled with enchantment.